Welcome to our video today, where we'll be discussing a crucial aspect of working with VBA code in Excel. If you're an Excel power user or a developer who frequently works with Visual Basic for Applications, VBA, you've likely encountered the issue of your base files getting overwritten after they've been filled. This can lead to loss of data, frustration, and wasted time. In this video, we'll delve into what base files are in VBA code, why they get overwritten, and most importantly, how you can prevent this from happening. We understand that working with VBA can sometimes be complex, but don't worry. We're here to break it down for you in simple terms. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what steps to take to ensure your base files are protected against overwriting. Let's start by understanding what base files mean in the context of VBA coding. Essentially, these are template or source files that contain crucial data or code snippets that you want to preserve and reuse across different projects or versions of your Excel worksheet. The problem arises when these base files are linked to other files or projects in such a way that changes made in those secondary files inadvertently overwrite the original content in your base file. One reason this happens is due to how Excel handles file paths and references. When you link an external file or reference arranged from another workbook, Excel often uses absolute paths by default. This means if you move the referenced workbook or change its name, these links can break or worse, update the original content in ways you didn't intend. So, what can you do to prevent? The key is to manage your references and file paths effectively. Here are a few strategies. Relative paths. Try using relative paths instead of absolute ones when linking files. This ensures that if you move the workbooks around, the links will still work as long as the structure remains the same. Indirect references. Consider using indirect referencing in your VBA code. Instead of directly pointing to a range or cell, you can refer to it indirectly through variables or other forms of indirection. This adds an extra layer that protects against unintended overwrite. Backup and version control. Make sure you regularly back up your workbooks, especially the ones containing base files. Using version control systems like Git for Excel projects might also help in tracking changes and preventing loss of data. Code organization. Finally, think about how you organize your VBA code. Keeping separate modules or add-ins for different functionalities can prevent contamination and make it easier to manage updates without affecting critical base files. To recap, we've discussed the importance of protecting your base files in VBA, coding against overwriting. The key strategies include using relative paths, employing indirect referencing techniques, maintaining regular backups, and organizing your code for better management. By following these tips, you can safeguard your critical data and ensure that your workflow remains smooth. That concludes our video on protecting base files in VBA code from getting overwritten. We hope this information has been helpful to you, whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting out with Excel automation. If you have any questions or need further clarification on any of the points we've covered, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. And if you found this video informative and useful, consider liking it and sharing it with your network who might also benefit from this information. And if you're new here, take a moment to subscribe for more content related to Excel, VBA, and productivity tips. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to engaging with you in the comments.